Video, April 15th. It's 38 degrees here, by the way. We're getting ready to go up to Mesa Verde National Park, which is up in there somewhere. And then here's another vista of some snow-capped mountains. Mesa Verde National Park, and this is called the Spruce Treehouse. These are cave dwellings, and this is a big flat top. It's not the top of that mountain I showed you from the park, but we drove 20 miles from there straight up into the mountains. Pueblo Indians lived here and farmed up here. It's like I said, about 20 miles from the park, the valley, and it's the elevation here is about 7,000 feet. Spruce Treehouse. We're down. Had to come down a trail, and these are cliff dwellers. Built these cliffs. Built these dwellings under this big old shelter here. You can tell the smoke has blackened the roof up. These people lived here from 600 AD to 1300 AD. Another interesting shot. You see some of the wood structure up in there. And look at that curved stone up there just behind the shadow to the right. How they worked that structure into the cliff. And there's an overhang up there.
I came down into this cliff dwelling. Bob would not come down in here. It's called a kiva. K-I-V-A. Little round room. These people lived in here in this little round room. It's pretty cool. It's warm in here too because it's cold outside. There's the way back up. Neat construction.
All right, this is called Geologic Overview. We're on the way back down from Mesa Verde State Park.
We're at 8,000 feet.
National Park. We're at 8,000 feet right here. They're the Rockies with some snow on them. Hope you don't mind these vistas. God, this country is amazing. This little foothill here, but I guess people, people would years ago would look out and see the tops of these mountains and just go up there and live. That's where they'd establish their home place. Interesting. Hope you're not getting too tired of these vistas, but there's a lake down there. You don't see that much up here. It's a big valley. This place is pretty amazing. Some wind noise. One more vista for you. This is called Montezuma Valley Overlook. There's that lake, just a different view of it, but you don't see many of them. Look how flat that territory is out there. There's a natural rock formation. We cut that V out of there. Looks like almost like it was built. Alright, had enough. Don't know when to quit, but get ready to pull out of this parking lot. I saw that. I better get out of here before that boulder turns loose. You see those all over the sides of these mountains. I don't see how they keep the roads open. Big rocks and boulders. Another little example of boulders on the side of a mountain. We've seen a couple on the right side of the highway that must have jumped across when they came down. There's thousands of them.
There's even a tunnel. This road. A lot of this stuff was built by the Civilian Conservation Corps.
Couldn't control myself. This is the last one. This is Mancos Valley Overlook. It combines a valley and the snow-covered or snow-topped Rocky Mountains. This is a pretty nice vista. The bus shot. We're southwest of Cortez, Colorado, headed to Four Corners, where the four states come together. That's kind of an interesting geological structure right there. I just thought it was worth a little shot. Four Corners Monument, where four states meet. That's Utah. That's Colorado. That's New Mexico. and that's Arizona. And there's where they meet, right there. So go down in the Home Movie Hall of Fame. There's Jenny standing on 4 states at one time. Finally got her to pose. She's such a camera hose. Parking lot shot. Utah, Colorado, Arizona. No, New Mexico, sorry. Arizona. Roach bus. Pretty nifty rain cloud hanging on that mountain over there.
Entering Arizona, getting ready to go see the Petrified Forest. Then heading to Sedona, Arizona to see our friends, Loretta and Randy Roulier. Then up to the Grand Canyon. We just entered the Petrified Forest National Park. We're going to go on a 28-mile loop road. Should be a lot of neat stuff here.
I'll read this to you. Just going to let you, if you want to see it, you can stop your video and read that. This used to be a river basin. This is the first ocean basin or something. The first stop on the in the Painted Desert. 28 miles to go. Pretty.
This is another view of one of the scenic vistas on the Petrified Forest Rim Road. This is kind of the other side, that plateau we were on a few minutes ago.
This is probably not going to work, but this is called newspaper rock. And these are petroglyphs that were left here by people about 1,300 years ago, I think. I haven't read this. And then I'm going to attempt to show them to you, but they're so hard to see. But maybe you can see. Right on the dark surface, right in the middle of the lens is one of them. And then there's the better one over there, but I can't zoom in with this thing, but it's right on that dark face rock on both sides. On the extreme right hand side is a handprint, pretty obvious, but hope it gets through. Non-historical, just as a point of reference, over there is a Santa Fe Railroad, and just beyond that is I-10, excuse me, I-40, right over there, civilization.
This is a petrified log. You can read the information here. This tree was actually growing here 217 million years ago. They built this concrete pad underneath it to protect it, but it'll eventually wash away.
Petrified log. Yeah, interesting stop. It's called the Crystal Forest. And you read that. That's where some of the thugs have taken some of the crystals out. But they're everywhere. This used to be a forest. All those boulders of that petrified wood, petrified logs. Pretty nifty. Don't touch them. This, I hope I don't hurt anybody's feelings by letting you read this stuff, but it's just interesting. It beats me trying to read it and talk about it. And I'm going to show you a close-up of one, and that'll be it for Crystal Forest close-ups. God, these things are just amazing to me. Petrified. Almost like solid rock. Couldn't stand it. I had to show you a close-up of these crystals. These trees have turned to rock. And he just brought up an interesting point I hadn't thought about. It looks like they were cut with a chainsaw. I didn't know they had chainsaws back in those days. The wind noise up here, I'm going to give a 360. This used to be forest, and all of these boulder-looking things right. It's just fascinating. They've turned rock, crystal. But this is about it for the petrified wood. So hold on. There's our bus out there. It's pretty nice park here.
It's going to take me out of the Hall of Fame for home movies. We're going to see the meteor 18 miles west of Winslow, just short of Flagstaff, about 40 miles. And we got cows crossing the road.
I'm wrapping this video up. We're about 40 miles east of Flagstaff at Behringer's Meteorite Crater, or just called Meteorite Crater. This is the largest, best preserved crater on Earth, and I'll start it at the other video. This is it for this one. See ya.
We're going towards Sedona, Arizona. We're on the Oak Creek Canyon Scenic Road. It's a canyon way down there. It's pretty tricky. We're still down in the Oak Creek Canyon Scenic Byway. We're in the National Forest, heading towards Sedona. We've been in this canyon for, I would say, about 20 minutes. This is another canyon view. Thank goodness we're in the car. We left the RV back at the campground. We're still in Oak Creek Canyon, about 3 miles north of Sedona, Arizona.
I've run a little bit over on this video, so I'm going to have to end it right now. This is the end of this video. Start another one in a second.